How does a survival game stand out in today's gaming market? It's so easy to make a survival game by throwing together a bunch of assets and toggles. Take any game and add a hunger meter to it. Congratulations, you just made a survival game. It's easy for players to feel discouraged and let down by games that could be great, but fail to execute. But some games do excel, and they do the basics right. Myst Survival is one of those games. But why exactly do players keep coming back to it? It isn't the story, because there isn't much of one right now, and it isn't because it is bug-free. It is because it has clean survival mechanics without making it hard to understand. It does the basics right. It has the basic mechanics of fatigue and stamina, shelter management, and special events like the fog or destroying the green fog spawned by these mutation skin sacks. It's disgusting. It has status effects like heat and wetness of your player. Weapons and tools can be found, crafted, and customized. There is mining where you can craft numerous different items. You can even make your own ammo. The developer has even added basic farming and fishing in the game. Everything a person usually looks for in a polished survival game. Myst Survival is not flashy though. It isn't revolutionizing the genre, but it is doing the genre right. It has the bones of a great survival game. Now all that's left is to flesh out the skeleton of a game and make it an attractive game to the masses. Myst Survival drops you into a world where you are a survivor of a virus, but you aren't the only one. There are other NPC survivors you can find and recruit, and the developer even added a dog. The game gives you a sense of what it really would be like being one of the only survivors during a world-ending pandemic and the freedom you would have to reshape and rebuild your slice of the world. The environment is something that is attractive to the players. The developer revamped and recreated the map of the world, making it more alive and added many more points of interest, different towns and locations with their own dangers and loot. It helps keep me engaged. There are also different kinds of enemies, mutant bosses, but they also have elite mutant NPCs that wander around different key locations, and then there's the regular infected. The regular infected are actually being reworked into something more impressive, and I think that you guys will find that very interesting. I'll link to that video at the end of this one if you want to see what's coming. There are hints of a polished survival game that shine through though, and a lot of it comes from the animations he has the character model do. Grabbing a soda from a vending machine, eating canned goods, and more. It feels so immersive to have your character do the thing you want instead of watching a timer icon waiting for the action to be completed. I think that sometimes we as gamers need to stop looking for the next level and just enjoy the level we are at. We don't always need to migrate to the next game, follow the next shiny object, and get overly attached to an impressively rendered game trailer that we all know will more likely than not disappoint. Myst Survival is a game that doesn't make promises. It just works. The developer isn't grabbing for money, he is simply making the game and polishing the blemishes. This game deserves more attention and more love. It is holding steady at around 90 to 100 concurrent players on Steam charts, and I'm not saying that it needs more than that necessarily because it has a long way to go, but just give it a shot and keep the game alive so that way we can see what it will end up being. Survival gamers need more staples and go-tos in their libraries, and I really think that this could be one. If you made it this far, consider subscribing for more videos like this and leave a comment saying hey, and I will see you all in the next one. Happy surviving. Path out.